What's good with you? Waiver Warriors here. G,
It's great with you.
Coach over here. Hope everybody had a happy New Year. Hope
Yes,
everybody
sir.
had a Merry Christmas. G, how you doing in the playoffs, man?
Having to win one, man. I got one. I went to two of them. I won one, so I was happy about that.
Already, I went to 2. I ain't win none. But hey, at least I made it to the playoffs, man.
You ain't making the championship though.
I ain't made it to the ship though, man.
You need to clarify.
No. I made it to 2 playoffs, man. I won a couple games in the playoffs, but I ain't making nowhere special, you know what I'm saying? I ain't making it to the big money
round. I made it 2
round.
championship games. I won one, so.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
That boy said you need to clarify, man. You can't be falsifying these folks, man. I ain't mean to falsify on y'all boys, man.
Yeah, but pretty much what this show's gonna be about, we're gonna transition to NFL playoffs, into a DFS in particular. We're gonna do that for a couple weeks because we just love fantasy football, so we're gonna shift focus onto that for the time being.
Yes, sir. So tune in to us. We're gonna try and get you the best lineups we can, get y'all the best info. Hopefully y'all play the DFS and
Also
hopefully
gonna
get
give you
y'all
a
to that
preview
bag.
lineup too as well at the end of the show.
Yes,
Sorry
sir.
for cutting in.
No, you good, man. Yeah, at the end of the show, like you said, we got a couple lineups that we just made. Figured a couple things out. We'll show it to you, see which one you like the best, see which one work for you. Hopefully get you a couple dollars. So let's start off with it. We're gonna start off with the Bills and the Texans. G, how you feeling about that?
Ooh, don't bet too much money on them Texans this week. Tell you, man, I have a real bad feeling about this matchup. How about you?
Man, it's H-Town all day, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got all love for H-Town, but
like,
I keep it real, man.
Yeah, man, but yeah, you gotta keep it 100, man.
Bills ain't no joke, man.
Bills ain't no joke, man. They're pretty much a top 10 defense and everything as far as passing, rushing, holding wide receivers down, everything like that.
Top flight defense.
Top flight. They have the third top flight, top of the world career, but third best defense, man. They only allow about 16.2 points per game. That means they're not even letting boys get 3 touchdowns on them.
They getting 2 touchdowns and maybe an extra point, right? And not even an extra field goal. So
yes, sir.
It's not much. And they're 4th against the pass, so I'm not seeing too much from D-Hop this week. How about you?
No, man, they only allowing 195 passing yards a game. That means your QB's not even getting 200 yards. That means your wide receiver's not getting nothing. Matter of fact,
you gonna play D-Hop this week? Is he worth the investment? He's a lot.
It's questionable against that. It's questionable for the fact of he don't have nobody really to relieve him. Like if Fuller was out there playing, yeah, I start Hop all day. But
if that changes, I may play him.
Yeah, if like you say,
Fuller suits up, I might start D-Hop now because he's not just gonna be the sole focus.
Yeah, man, it's like it's just you can't have Hop out there by himself. And I hate to say it, there are better options this week. I would say Michael Thomas will be a better option. Of course,
that's my lock of the week. I got him in everything.
Yeah, you might even want to check out Adam Thielen because he's he's a touchdown getting machine when he is healthy.
Rolling dice right there.
You rolling dice, but
Thielen been off this year.
Thielen been off, but I think he got a higher ceiling.
Than D-Hop?
If they just stay on him with nobody on the other side.
Big words right there, man.
Man,
I think D-Hop's gonna get something, but he ain't gonna be.
He'll be reliable, but he ain't gonna explode. Yeah.
Explode on him, man.
Like I think he's a safer bet, but I think if you're looking for that boom potential, that's what Thielen gonna get you. Like you rolling the dice like you say on Thielen.
Like Watson this week?
No.
Real
quick. No, I ain't much gonna lie. I don't like Watson this week, man.
Who do you like from the Texans this week?
I ain't much gonna lie. After Hop,
I think Duke Johnson and Carlos Hyde.
Duke Johnson might do a little bit of something. I mean, they still are top 10 in the run defense. However, that is their weakest point. I think they're number 10 in defending against the run.
They want you to run the ball against them. That's kind of their whole game plan. They don't want you passing on them, but they will allow you to run a little bit. So
yeah, man. So
I see one of them is gonna have a decent game probably.
Out of that game, yeah, but I wouldn't rely on them to be a top notch. You know what I'm saying? Your top notch RB. That wouldn't be RB1. I'd probably put one of them boys in a nice little flex spot or something like that.
I like Duke. I like Duke Johnson a lot this week too, just because the Bills blitz a lot. So man, Watson's gonna have to have those quick dump offs. So and he's really good at that. So
yes, sir, all day.
He's probably gonna be a real good play.
He good at getting out that pocket and making that extra little pass, man.
How about Fells and Akins?
I'm trusting Fields a little bit more than Akins right now. I think that Akins is questionable with a hamstring injury. So yeah, right now I rock with Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm
you
not
say,
playing either of them.
if you had to go with one, I would go with Fields. There's not too many top flight tight ends to pick from this week. Even the ones that are pretty good have pretty good matchups. So I mean, Fields might just have to drop to you in that lineup.
Their price point ain't really justified, like because they can go out there and get zeros across the
100%.
board. So I don't want to play them. Good thing though, we got JJ back though for next week.
Yes, Lord, man. Yeah.
Well, I hope we don't get her hurt again.
Man, can you
knock on wood?
Thank you, sir. Don't just be
rub Toro one time. Hopefully, it gives him some healing powers or something.
Whatever you gotta do, man. But don't be man. Hope.
I'm not surprised he came back from that because usually, man, like you get that, man, you're out. You get that torn pec, man, you're done. Man, like you're done till next year.
I think that's just JJ being like having like the heart of a competitor and not trying to go out, like no chump and like that. I'm gonna say Harden. He gonna say
stem cells.
Yeah. Once again, I'm not gonna say the word.
He got that deer antler something in him,
bro.
He got that rate that he got something.
I think it's just straight vitamin water and HEB. But this man saying
that's stem cells right there.
Anyway, who do you like off the Bills this week?
I really love Devin Singletary. I think he's just gonna explode this week. I think honestly, Zach Cunningham is the only chance we have to stop him. Devin Singletary. I like him a lot, man. He's like one of the bright spots of this defense. But I like him, and I really like Josh Allen this week.
Josh Allen, yeah. Would you start Josh Allen as one of your team captains for your DFS?
I probably would. I can see him getting 2 touchdowns this week pretty easily. Just rushing the ball.
Yeah, most definitely.
He has that safe floor. Just rushing the ball always gives him a safe floor. I
had Devin Singletary throughout the season, and he had a lot of yards, but he wasn't racking up them rushing TDs. You know who was? Josh motherfucking Allen, aka White Cam, aka White Cam, man. And yeah, man, that boy good for at least one good rushing TD a game, man. Yeah, it's crazy. So he could get 3 TDs. I think he can get 1 on the ground, 2 in the air, real easy. I ain't talking down to H-Town, but hey, man, defense been looking suspect, and that's what that man do. Yeah,
this is a real bad matchup. The Bills are for real.
Yeah, man. Also, somebody that's been booming for me all year is John Brown, man. John Brown's been consistent. He's been the main threat over there. Would he be a wide receiver?
He's a lot faster than Jonathan Joseph too. Whole lot faster.
Once again, that's another bad matchup.
Joseph probably runs about a 4.6, 4.7 now, if you're lucky.
The more story is John Brown about to be open a lot. So
unless they double him, because he's gonna have to, he's gonna command a lot of respect. I think a sleeper though is Cole Beasley.
Yeah, see, if
Cole Beasley is gonna be a real good player.
If you've been playing fantasy, Cole Beasley been wrecking shop out there.
He's been like Steady Eddie. He's just been out there steady, getting your points. He'll be a good wide receiver 3 for you, possibly a wide receiver 2 if you plug in Michael Thomas. Because to play Thomas, you got to find those cheap plays.
Yeah, you got to find somebody, get somebody somebody who's good, but also they don't hit your pockets too hard, so they can work in your lineup.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next game, Titans versus Patriots. How you feeling about that one?
I think this might be the highest scoring game of the weekend.
Of the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think it might be because the Patriots are going to have to score. That defense has been looking a little bit weaker, and then I think just the Titans are a for real team, man.
Yeah, the Titans is for real.
They got 2 people playing for contracts next year. They got Tannehill and they got Henry. Man, they're both playing to get paid. They have big playoff runs. They're going to get paid.
I don't know if y'all been paying attention to football for the past couple of years, but if you haven't, all you need to know is when the playoffs / the end of the season come, Derrick Henry turned into a beast. He been a beast all year, man.
He's been wearing down people all season. Then get the playoff time, they don't even want to hit him no more, man. That's a big man to try to tackle, man.
That man was 6'4"?
He's like 6'3", probably about 240, 250.
Bro, if you ain't been watching no Derrick Henry highlights, you need to watch this, man. Either they fall off this man or they don't even want to touch him, bro. People
are
crazy,
scared
bro.
to touch him after a while.
Your job is to hit a man. And that man say, I ain't gonna do my job, boss.
You gonna play him this week though against the Pats?
Oh, I'm playing Derrick Henry, bro. I'm
Pass
playing
like
Derrick
always
Henry.
are known to take away their best.
He known to take away. I say it like this: they ain't like no just one dimensional squad. I think if you try and take away Henry,
Titans
you're
are
gonna
a pretty
leave.
complete
You're gonna leave
team.
AJ Brown out there, and the last thing you want to do is leave AJ Brown out there.
AJ Brown's gonna be my sleeper next year. I like that boy a lot.
Hey,
that's my keeper too in a couple leagues.
hey, AJ Brown, man. Hey, he might be a. If you playing multiple DFS
He looks like
teams,
a superstar.
I might start him as a captain and see what he do. Cause
over the last 6 weeks, he's had 100 yards and a touchdown 4 times. He's been really balling, man. He's been good, man.
Yeah, man. Who else do you like on that squad?
I hate to say it, but Corey Davis, he could be a sleeper. Last time he played the pass, he blew up on him, man. Like he had his best game of the whole season was last year. So I don't know if that's gonna happen to him this year, but he might be a good sleeper. You know,
man.
I like him this week, and also Tajay Sharp. He might be a good guy to play.
Look here, man.
You need those cheap plays, man.
Tajay Sharp, yeah, I'm looking like, yeah, and you probably looking at like, yeah, Tajay Sharp. But trust and believe, once you get to the bottom of that list and you only got 4 racks left, and there's only 3 or 4 dudes who you can get for 4 racks.
Mm-hmm.
Tajay Sharp look like a goddamn
he's
free Cadillac, man.
He's boomer bust, but man, he can get a touchdown because he's not gonna have any attention on him.
Yeah, man. Between Henry and Brown, they're gonna be drawing a lot of attention. Plus Tannehill can make it happen,
Tannehill
man.
can run too, so they're gonna be watching out.
So
for
like
him
it's a lot of things going on. It's a good chance for either Smith or Davis to get some money. Which one? Who knows? But I would start either one to flex when that price get right, and you have to pick somebody. I think one of those two, like you said, is a pretty good option.
How about on these Patriots, man? You think they've been playing possum all year? Just in time for playoffs, that they're gonna kick it into gear.
Man, look here, bro. If you ever count the Patriots out, you tripping, bro. Like that's what they
really
do,
man. They've been doing this shit since high school.
Bro,
we were in high school a long time ago.
Ever since them boys beat the Rams, straight up, man. Like it's just been, yeah, man. Like it's been the Brady show, and like that's what they do.
I love back there shaking his head.
He hate the pass, man. He hating tough. But look here, every year that's what they do, man. You look up and it's like, oh, the pass in the Super Bowl again. And you look all crazy like you don't know how it happened, but you knew how it happened.
And you know Tommy B's the cheapest option this week on DraftKings.
He's the cheapest QB, man.
I think he can easily be the best QB this weekend.
He very could. Well, you know, he can if it's a high scoring game like he said and they go into a shootout, Tommy B good for a shootout, man. He hits you with that old gunslinger mentality and everything like that. And plus he said he's the cheapest. So that'll open up your roster to get like a better player, receiver or running back. So don't count Tommy B out. I put him on my little list as, the secret weapon that open up that budget, man. If it needs to open up them pockets, Tommy B might be a good QB to help you out.
I'm also liking Sony Michel this week. I think they've been saving him. I think they've just been saving him all year. They're going to open up that playbook for him this week, and I think he's going to be a good option because last year they leaned on the running game. I think this year is going to be the same thing.
Sony Michel, A1, somebody I like.
He'll be a good flex.
He'll be a damn good flex. I'm in love with that boy James White, man. That boy James White always get your money, but
they need a number 2 option out there behind Edelman. If it's not Sony Michel, it's gonna be James White.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be that second guy.
James White is good for being a good pass catching back. He's always come out that backfield ready to do that for you. He always come through in the clutch. And like you said, we looked at it a second ago and seen that James White was a little bit higher than I thought. So Michel was a damn good option. He's a primary back when in a running situation.
He's a
lot cheaper. Yeah, he's an RB1 and he's a lot cheaper. So like
he's not an RB1, but like he's their
RB1.
He's their RB1.
He's not a fantasy RB1.
Yeah.
He ain't Chubb or McCaffrey. But what I'm saying is for the Pats,
he's their
number
starter.
1. There you go.
Yeah. And of course, you got to start Edelman. He's Brady's number 1. He's probably gonna get about 8 targets. He's gonna get 8 catches for probably about 100 yards, 120.
Yeah, man. He's been on the injury report all year. You know what I'm saying? But
Titans, plus the Titans defense ain't really the best. It's like the bottom ranking pass defense as well. So I think he's gonna have a pretty good game.
Yeah, man.
If you play Brady, stack him with Edelman. So that way you have both of them going at the same time.
There you go. If you're gonna ride with Brady, get Edelman ride all the way.
Any of these guys captains, in your mind?
Man, I think Tannehill might be a good captain. And
Tannehill is gonna be a sleeper. I think a lot of people are gonna be off him this week.
I would not be off him, man. And AJ Brown, like I said earlier, I'll give AJ Brown a chance to be a captain.
I think old Belichick's number one concern this week is probably AJ Brown and Henry.
Oh, it's Henry.
It's Henry. You got to stop him.
Because once Henry get going, that team.
But you can't really put eight in the box against them now because they got AJ Brown out there. So they got to worry about him.
Yeah, man.
He's good. I like him a lot now.
You like anybody in that game to be a captain?
Tommy B. He's cheap, and then I think if he blows up, man, he's gonna win your week with that.
Oh, really? All right. Move on to these Sunday games. First one is Vikings and the Saints. Who you like in that one?
Man, I hope the Saints pull it out this week. That's my Super Bowl pick right there.
Oh, really? Sister coming from across the border, man.
Yes, sir.
You got any captains in that game?
Bayou Brothers right there.
Bayou Brothers.
I like Drew Brees a lot. Of course, Michael Thomas. He's my lock of the week. I'm probably gonna stack them two a lot, this week. So, but Michael Thomas, you gotta play him everywhere, man. He's just getting it done, man.
Yeah, man. That boy, the truth, man.
They're talking about he's gonna be like the number 2 overall pick next year.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like
he's that offense, man.
On the side note, yeah, man. This ain't got nothing to do with this game right here. But as far as fantasy comes next year. You're looking at the top maybe 3 RBs, and you can't even say, I'm just going to talk. You got Saquon.
I think he's going to have a bounce back.
Yeah, you got Saquon, you got Elliott, and McCaffrey.
I think Elliott's probably about 8 to 10 now. He's somewhere around.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got them, you got maybe Chubb, Cook. All right, you don't know what's going on with Chubb because of Cleveland. Cook,
Cleveland.
It's Cleveland. You don't know what's going on. They ain't no for sure money.
You never know what's going on.
Cook coming back off an injury, so you got to see how he look right now in the offseason. And then you got Elliott. I don't know what's going on in Dallas. You got to see what's going on over there. So, Mike Thomas can literally be your top.
He can be that number 2 pick.
Yeah, he can
right
be
behind
the
McCaffrey.
top 3, right there. Kamara, he ain't been giving them touchdown numbers like he's been doing.
I think McCarr's, McCarr.
You making them do?
Kamara's gonna be, Kamara's gonna be he's on 5th, 6th pick now.
Yeah, man.
But man, make sure we getting off track though. We gotta.
But yeah,
reel it on in.
More story is Mike Thomas true.
Oh yeah, he a true bowler. You like Kamara this week?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I had Kamara all year. He wasn't getting touchdowns. I was one of the people that was hurt.
Last 2 weeks, he's had 4 touchdowns, 2 each game.
And that's why he out with Kamara. And I put it like this:
he can blow up. They probably been saving him too for the playoffs.
I have no faith. That
means he's gonna get 3.
Kirk Cousins led team knocking out no Saints, bro. I think the Saints gonna be.
They did last time.
Nah, I think they hyped. I think they hyped by what happened last time in that Stephon Diggs touchdown, bro. I think the Saints about to come out, Sean Payton. Them boys about to put the murder game down real quick, man. I don't think they're going to leave nothing to check. By halftime, they're going to look like the LSU game. How you knew who won the game by halftime, bro. I think they're going to knock
you. I love like that. You saying
yeah. There you go. So, Sean Payton will come down and lay the murder game down real quick on them Vikings, man.
Who else you like on that Saints game? You playing Murray this week?
I like Latavius Murray. However, the price for Latavius Murray is a little bit too high.
Yeah, he's too high. There's better options out there. Plus, at the end of the day, he's a backup.
He's a backup, but they putting him out there with them RB1 numbers. So, if you roll your dice on Murray, you banking on Murray just
he needs 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 2 TDs.
He needs 2 touchdowns.
70 yards. He got to ball out for him to be worth the money they want you to put down for him. Exactly. So, even though I do like him, I don't think his price worth it.
Honestly, I think the Vikings' run defense is pretty good too, so that's why I think Kamara's a pretty good play because he's coming out the backfield, and of course Thomas is going to be good because Xavier Rhodes is not the same player he used to be. Those roads are open. It's like a finished 290 out there with him this year. Back in the day, 290 was kind of messed up. Couldn't get anything, but now you can.
Yeah. What he just said. But the Vikings
290. So yeah, fuck.
Yeah, man. But the Vikings are they 16th overall in rushing. They allowing over 100 rush yards per game, and they 14th against the running back position.
Middle of the pack.
So they're middle of the pack defense when it comes to rushing. However, I think the Saints are a little bit more on the elite side.
And they're gonna be motivated too. They're gonna be really motivated to play this game.
Everybody gonna be Stephon Diggs, basically. Like that's all they see. They gonna see a million Diggs. Yeah.
You think Cook gonna make it through the game this week?
I wouldn't. I don't trust Dalvin Cook right now just because.
Well, when they touch that shoulder, man, he get the crying. But I don't know. We're gonna see what happens, man. You know, he's been rested up for 3 weeks, but I have him as a captain. I think he's gonna ball this week.
For Cook?
I think Cook gonna have a good week.
My bad, man. I was thinking about Jared Cook, the tight end for the Saints. My bad, man.
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook. I'm looking at you like, whoa, bro, you didn't.
There's two
Jared.
Cooks.
I know there's two Cooks, and you talking about the Cook that matter. No offense to Jared Cook.
Jared Cook will never be a fucking captain.
That's what I'm looking at you like. That woke me up. That's what woke me up, man. All right, now we're on the same page.
Clarify.
My bad. Yeah, Dalvin Cook would definitely. I put him as a captain, man. If anybody on that team would be a captain, it would be Dalvin Cook. Yeah, man.
I like him a lot this week. He's gonna be good. How about Thielen though?
Like I said earlier, I think he got like a lot of boom potential. I think Diggs might be the safer play.
Check your injury reports with him.
Yeah.
Make sure he's practicing and all that, before you put him in there.
Make sure you're gonna be up in that lineup. But I think he has a
Do you like Captain Kirk this week?
What?
You think he gonna do anything? Kirk Cousins.
Say this man whole biblical name one more time.
Kirk Cousins.
Fuck no. If his kids watching, sorry about that, but no, I'm not. There ain't no way I'm starting no Kirk Cousins in my lineup. Not with money on the line. Maybe for fun. Maybe I just want to pick teams with purple in them. But
I'll pick Brady over him all day.
Yeah, man.
And it's cheaper.
There's no. Out of everybody, I would take Carson Wentz. I would take anybody.
Carson Wentz
Kirk
is
Cousins.
solid, man. He's a good QB, man. He just needs a solid number one, man.
He has been dealing with them injuries on his receiving core all year. So, he is a G for stepping up and have to win the last 4 and keep on going. Like he ain't been in a position to lose a game.
Yeah, man. They've had to win out.
Yeah, man.
Pressure has been on that team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna see what happens with them.
All right, moving on to the last game, talking about Carson Wentz just popped up out of nowhere.
This is going to be the sleeper game. This is where you're going to get a lot of value plays right here.
And the game we're talking about right now is the Seahawks versus Eagles.
Oh, yeah. The last game of the week it's going to ruin lineups. Because there's going to be a lot of sleepers in this thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple boys with a 1-200. By the end of this game, they're going to be, down back to zero.
Speaking of sleepers, I think Perkins. If Zach Ertz does not play, I'm playing Perkins. I think he'll be a good sleeper. He's less than $3,000. He's going to be good. He's going to be solid. I think he's going to give you some solid numbers next week.
Yeah, I think both the tight ends for the Eagles this week, talking about Dallas Goedert and Richard Perkins, I think they'll both give you money this week.
And plus, the Seahawks are one of the worst teams against the tight ends too. So Eagles run a lot of 2 tight end sets. So man, and they really don't have any other receivers. They got Greg Ward out there, but
Seahawks
he used to be a quarterback.
Seahawks are 30th against the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
That means they're last. If you can find one of them Eagles tight ends for the cheap, or even if you want to start them in your lineup and pay a couple dollars for them, they should produce, man. It should be a good game for them.
Like a Metcalf and Lockett this week.
All right, so we talked about this earlier. He ride with Metcalf. I'm riding with Lockett, man. I just feel like that Lockett.
I don't think they got anybody that can just man up with Metcalf. Man, their corners are they're all banged. That whole team is banged up and hurt, but I don't think they have anybody that can just physically match up with DK.
Metcalf is that dude right now. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is,
he's gonna be a solid.
Tyler Lockett in the playoffs is a beast, man. That's when that man wake up and become a different animal. If you ever looked at the playoffs, Tyler Lockett, when Russ needs that man for that big play to win them games, Tyler Lockett been there to put on the line, man. And I'm just riding with that right there.
You're right about that. So, about the running backs, you playing any running backs? Playing your boy Beast Mode, man.
Look here,
Skittles
man.
Ready for
Look here, man. Look here. Everybody knows Beast Mode my favorite player, so if I'm probably gonna run 4 or 5 different lineups, and the one I got to, man. I gotta put
changing it up this week. Huh? You're gonna have one lineup with them, huh?
Hey, man, I put my
You're
faith.
lucky you get that.
I put my faith in beast mode last week, man, and it ain't go so good, man. So you gotta diversify your funds, man. So like
Sure you do.
I have one with beast mode, but as far as the Seattle backs as a whole, no, I wouldn't trust them at the moment.
Man, they run all the time though, but I think Homer's gonna have a good game out of nowhere.
Homer will be the one you have to start. Beast mode, he might do something like he did last week. He might give.
About Miles Sanders, you playing him this week?
Boy, if Miles Sanders is healthy, yeah. And
tomorrow's going to be really big. If he practices tomorrow, you need to go on and play him. But if he doesn't play, that's a murky backfield with Boston Scott and then plus Jordan Howard coming back too, so it's going to be even more unclear.
Jordan Howard's been gone since week 9, and he's just now coming back to play. Boston Scott,
he should be well rested.
well rested. That boy got
fresh legs.
Fresh
legs. He has a new shoulder too. But Dallas Goedert, I like him a lot. He's probably gonna be their number one option this week.
Yeah, man.
Because man, I think he's the real deal. Honestly, I think the Eagles should try to trade Ertz and then feature him as their number one next year. Because man, they need help. They can get a lot for Ertz.
Boy, you can't turn your back on those Zach Ertz like that, man.
Like.
You just shrugged. Did you just shrug Zach Ertz?
Version of
that boy just shrugged Zach Ertz like.
I think Dallas Goedert could be better than Zach Ertz.
Man, you ain't that much time to do that, man. That man been putting in that work for some time, though.
You can get a lot for him, and they have a lot of holes, man.
This boy over here,
There's
man.
Some holes on that team, man.
This man needs to run a football team. He ain't got that Jerry Jones, you my brother for 10 years mentality. That boy said, "Oh, you ain't produced last year." Oh, young boy colder than you, man. Oh, yeah.
They got a cheaper option in the wings, man.
That boy get you out of town for it cheap.
Hey, man. They flip them. Let's get them and flip them. That's how you got to do it.
Treat the boys like packs, man. All right. You got any sleepers on that on the Philly side?
He ain't really a sleeper, but Greg Ward is going to have he's all they got at receiver, Plus, he used to be a QB himself, so he knows where to go. He knows where to find the holes in the zone. So I think he's going to have at least 8 targets out there that game. He's gonna turn it into something. Plus, they're 27th against receivers.
Yeah,
the Seahawks are.
Once again, not only are they 30th against tight ends, they're 27th against wide receivers. So I think Philly.
They're bottom 10 defense. So when they're gonna be giving up numbers.
Yeah, man, Philly gonna spread that ball around. He ain't got no number one, so you never know where that ball's gonna go. Of course, we name a couple reliable people, but there's none of those people are like the for sure number one. So,
you like Jordan Howard this week at all?
No.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
I would trust Boston Scott over Jordan Howard at this point, just because Boston Scott been getting money and he's actually been playing. I think he's in rhythm with the team.
He looks like he's hungry too.
Yeah, man.
He's hungry.
You know who that man was 3 weeks ago. Now we're talking about Boston Scott. Like you might want to start him in your flex. You know what I'm saying? If that price is right.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this: if Miles is out, I'll probably most definitely start. You gotta make room for Boston Scott. If Miles is out, you got
Scott or Howard. If Scott, there you go. So
Howard is too risky to play. Put money on the line.
Yeah, man. If you, it's too deep into the playoffs.
He'll be a good tournament play. Tournament play, he'll be real good because he's gonna be very low owned. He might get a touchdown or two, fall in there.
Just fall up in there.
You never know, man.
But yeah, we both agree the safe play. If you have to pick somebody in that running back committee, it will be Scott.
Check those injury reports again before you make your final decisions.
Yeah, man. So now we're gonna move on to our picks, the team, our DraftKings teams.
Oh yeah, we made a couple lineups for y'all. With mine, I got $0 left, man. Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, Sony Michel, Michael Thomas, Kenny Stills, Cole Beasley, Joshua Perkins. That's that value play right there. Devin Singletary, I think he's going to have a really good game against us, I hate to say. And the Bills' defense. I really think they're going to have a lot of sacks against Deshaun. He likes to hold the ball, and then plus the O-line is not the best. It's better, but it's still not the best.
It's better, but it ain't ready for the Bills, basically. And if they do hold
Bills
up,
come at you from so many different ways, too. So
yeah, man.
He's going to be running a lot.
Yeah, man. So we got a couple I hate to say it, man. We both got the Bills defense.
Hold it down for H-Town.
Yeah, man. All
because
day,
we watch
day.
him all the time. I just think Bill O'Brien is not that good of a coach, man. And then plus he's pretty much zapped our draft capital for the next couple of years. So
yeah, man,
you know?
we've been stuck in the same spot, man. Like I know, yeah, Tommy B. Cole, and you know, it's you know the AFC ain't no joke. You know the NFL period ain't no joke. The AFC ain't no joke. And Tommy B. been running that thing for forever. But god dang, man, like throw some blows with the man. Like throw some blows with that man. Like
yeah, like last year we got embarrassed in that first round. We got took out quick.
Well, I ain't gonna, if we ain't playing Cincinnati, we usually get took out quick, which is cold blooded.
Colts made us look bad last year.
If we ain't playing Andy Dalton, we usually get knocked out, which is cold. So straight up, if we playing
What's
Andy,
your lineup though, man?
god dang it, make me
You
think
gonna hop
about
on
it,
that
man.
rain again,
Make me
man.
think
About
about it,
that.
man. You already know. All right, so I got Drew Brees, Derrick Henry, Duke
Henry
Johnson
Play him.
already, Mike Thomas, Traquan Smith, AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown will get a lot of money. Dawson Knox, Mohamed Sanu, and the Bills defense.
That's a really good lineup right there.
Yes, likewise, man. So like, yeah, take any one of these lineups. I had $200 left. I tried to make it work, but still had a couple dollars left. But I picked a few Saints. I think they can get some money. I think that Tennessee Patriots game, like you said, gonna be like a high scoring
It's
game.
gonna be a high scoring game.
I think minimum Tennessee gonna get 4 touchdowns.
I'm thinking that game's gonna be in the 30s, like 30 on both sides.
Yeah.
So, have anything else to add for this week?
No, we solid this week, man. Just appreciate y'all checking us out. Check us out on YouTube and Twitter. Wave of Warriors with a Z.
Don't
Don't
forget
forget the Z.
and it's a slogan, man.
Yes, sir. That's G, his coach. It's Elo over there on the ones and twos, you know what I'm saying, holding it down.
Y'all have a blessed week and enjoy y'all Sunday football.
Yes, sir.
Weekend football, I should say.
There you go. Y'all have a good one, man.
Peace out.